So we're day 3 on footings. I'm on my own today. I get up, little rack back, 2 course rack back. Here we're going to do another rack back here, last course on this gable. Backs in with a little rack for access, bigger rack I should say. Got a pack in, so we're going to do that middle wall with that pack. Or at least set it out. But first we'll have to run this last course, then run that first course. Set that middle wall there. I've not been checking them both sides, I've just been checking them from one side, so I'll do that this time since I'm on my own. Only got my own ways to make, so get boards lettered up, got boards like piss. I got a bigger tub this time, so hopefully we can somewhat make some progress today. I want to try to get this middle wall in, this gable, and then I'll have to fill that in, so I'll lose a little bit of access. But I'll have to just walk my gear to the front on Friday, so I'm going to try to get these middle walls in, and then this cross piece, like this cross here, all the way in. But if I just get some racks, if I get some racks ready for, because I have to rack back this middle to tie it in, so if I just get some racks ready for Friday, as long as I've got this big wall in this front, I only have that bay to build and that. So, alright guys. So guys, we've got this course in. Whew, it's hard work on your own. Just loading all these blocks to the front, so I need about 30 blocks there to build that bay corner and that's front, and rack this little wall out. It's currently, let's have a look, it's 9:45. Started at 9:15, took an hour to get all these in, load all that up, get gobbo, so get this up. Hopefully have this done by have this done by quarter to 10. Get this built by 11:15, and then we'll probably set this rack back up, get all this loaded for after snap, and run this in after snap. See how much gobbo we got. So we've got his mortarboard set up as blocks at 30. We've got a measurement for that height for that corner. Height for there. Obviously we've already got that height, that's the height there. So I'm going to just tail a couple of blocks around, a couple of blocks here. Obviously I've got a pin somewhere down there. One there, as you can see, that's what a pin looks like. That's like when it says it's pinned down, one of them. That goes to your corner of your block. Obviously if you look down, pretty much to the corner. I mean a couple of mil. But obviously what we're gonna do, obviously when we get to a splash course of brick, we have to measure all these corners. So we're going to re-measure it out with this big long tape, make sure we're all to measurement, little T-square on that, make sure it's all square when we get higher up on this brickwork. I'm going to build this. I haven't really got a lot of charge on my phone to record, so you're just going to see me sort of building. You're going to see any clips in between this are going to be from previous days, but these sort of check-ins are going to be in between the builds. So hey guys, back again with day 3 on the footings. I'm using day 2's footage for these in between these check-ins. I didn't get any footage the other 2 days. I was working on my own. I just didn't have the charge in my phone. I'd lost my battery pack, so I'm gonna have to get a new one of those in the next couple of weeks, along with I get this action cam as well. So probably a battery pack, a couple of battery packs, action cam. And that's what's going to be on the list. That's been on the next purchases towards the channel. Got an Amazon gift card I got as a late Christmas present actually. I found the other day, so I'm going to use that, and that'll go towards battery packs and stuff. Guys, I'm well tired today. God, I've been wiped out this weekend after these. I'm not kidding you. For someone who normally works probably longer hours than this on general, I was doing shorter days really because of the heat. These have absolutely taken out of me, and I'm normally on average putting away about 600-700 bricks on my own in a day when I'm on brickwork, on garages, walls, plots, etc. And on these days, I was nowhere near doing that amount of work, and because of the weight of the gear and the just the awkwardness of it, carrying 2 brick clamps is miles easier than carrying just one of these. But I digress anyway. So I was talking to my mate in detail who does these footings, and I mentioned it in the last video, having the line on the wrong side of the block, and that's something I'm going to work on next time, getting the gear on the inside, working on the inside and out, having the line on the outside. The reason why you want to have your line on the outside is because that's where you pin to. You want to use your plumb side, so to have your line on. So you've got to work inside, you've got to make inside working possible. So it's no good you having a massive mound in the middle of your footing blocking off your trench, because it's just not going to work. But when it comes to footings in general, I've liked the change of work. Surely 2 yawns, absolutely knackered. I'm drinking a Stella Artois tonight. Bottles, still on bottles. I've not switched to cans yet, still on bottles. Reducing the old alcohol intake. I've definitely lost a little bit of weight. I've not been training at all, so I've had about a month and a half of training. No lower body for over 2 months, and then just upper body mainly with dumbbells in bedroom for the last week or so, for the last couple of weeks. That's why I was looking particularly fat in this video, and if I could just lose a bit of weight, these days have got a little bit easier. You know what I mean? It's just less kilos. You're gonna walk up and down the line, and it's 1 less kilo when every time you lift a pack of a couple of brick clamps of bricks up. You're in total, you're moving less weight, you're walking with less weight. Something I'm going to work on. I know for like a lot of guys it's hard going, especially when you've got kids and commitments and you're working, you just want to come home and have a few beers. Everyone, I love to do it, and especially this hot weather. But you got to try to resist. For me, it's midnight sandwiches. I'm a big advocate of the midnight sandwiches. I tend to have a midnight sandwiches or tuck into a pack of biscuits at midnight, watching a Netflix series or something. I'm guilty for that. So something I'm going to work on. As you can see, my old man, I've got the fat genetics. He must have got the ones where you don't gain any body fat, as you can see. But yeah, it was something that I'm going to get a bit of a better opinion when I do the splash course, whether I'd want to do these again. Because I can't solely, base it on these blocks, because I had a tot up and I had a booking, and I didn't do as bad as I thought I'd done. Sometimes you just need to have a count up and you need to tot up what you've done and reflect. And, even though the price was only $180 a block, which some people might think is good, some people might think is bad, but I've got a few different strategies coming up if I've got to do these again, which I've not said I won't do them again. I've just said I'm not happy with price. But there's a few strategies. But I'd like, if there's plenty of work on the supers, leave these in the trench. Leave these in the pack. Don't even bother unbanding them. If there's plenty of work on the supers, on the walls or whatever, or I can get a plot to myself, which would be nice to get on film. Especially when I get the GoPro going, I'd love to just get a nice little pair, nice little detached, or a pair of semis or something. Nice small little plots out the way, not rushing it to program, not fucking got the roof ordered in 2 weeks, crane ordered in 2 weeks time sort of thing. We could have a nice one that I can just be left to finish, make a good job of it, clean cavities, because they're all all radon trays on these jobs. So my mate has been leaving blocks out instead of bricks, just a brick on each corner, and then about a brick in the middle, 1 brick in the middle, or like 2 bricks out of a gable, and then leaving about 3 blocks out inside. Makes so much more sense. I know there's still some gear to replace when obviously the plot's finished, but it's a lot easier to clean your damp trays when you've got a block like a 634-inch block out. That's something I'm going to do if I ever get on a plot from the first lift. Again on my own, because these houses are quite big and they're rushing like hell, so I can't see myself with this firm getting an house. If we end up taking some if my work, if I end up taking some more affordable housing on, maybe some smaller houses, I can see myself maybe getting one in a few months if I get another lad with me. And I've been thinking about recruiting an apprentice for a while, because I'm not liking these 2 days solo a lot of the time. Some days I am, some days it's hard work. So I'm gonna have a think about it. I'm gonna go and have a quiz some people about apprentices near where I live, and see if there's anyone interested in working with me. I don't want a fully qualified bricklayer. I just want someone who is willing to learn and isn't going to be fucking stressing me out. So if you're willing to just learn, study away, relax, chill, and you live in the Doncaster area, or you live in a Leeds area, Yorkshire, just give us an inbox at After 8 Bricky on Instagram or After 8 Bricky at YouTube, and it's something that I'm thinking about doing. Yeah, requirements are you've got to have your own transport. I can pick you up, but if it's only within 5-10 minutes. But own transport ideally. Don't want to have to be picking people up. Own tools. If you want to get on trowel straight away, get your own trowel and stuff. I've got spare ones, but if you're fucking dedicated enough, you'll spend 20-30 quid on a tie zack. And also you need a trowel. I've got every level going, so that's something that I've been thinking about for a while. Extra pair of hands, just someone there full time, because my old man it does 3 days, but he's not always up to it, and it's something I need. I need someone else. I need someone willing to learn and willing to help out. I'm not a fucking slave driver. I'm fucking relaxed. I'm the last bricky to start most days, and I leave about the same time as everyone else. Sometimes working odd half an hour longer, but it's just one of them. So give us an inbox if you're obviously UK, Doncaster or Leeds area, and if you have your own transport ideally, and if not, we'll discuss. You need CSCS card and a UTR number, so you need to be registered as self-employed. It's not we're all self-employed in this game. We're not on the books anywhere. So yeah, that's something to think about if anyone's wanting an opportunity to have a relaxed working environment. And I'm not an arsehole through and through. Soft as shit, to be quite honest, but I try not to be. Don't do me any favours. You haven't done me any favours in the past fucking 26 years I've been on this planet, but I can't fucking help it. Anyway, we're coming to the last course. I think I only record one course on this, and then we're going to do rest at check-ins. I hope everyone's enjoyed these new style of videos I've been doing. I'm going to be obviously the feedback on the last video, part 2 of the footings, fantastic. It's getting out there to a lot of people. The reach is really reaching far and wide, that video. I think we're on about 700 views, and it's only been up 7 hours, so I'm ecstatic really at that response, because some of the videos no one hardly sees, and I put a lot of time into them, like the mortarboard table video. No one even hardly watched it, but I put some right hours into making that. So it's always nice to be to get your work appreciated, and we're near 700 soon. We're about 15 subs away. So if you can get a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. Likes basically up the video's popularity in the YouTube algorithm. So more likes you get, the more it'll recommend it to more people who want to watch construction videos, building videos, bricklaying, block laying, masonry, whatever you want to call it. It just ups the spread to other people who've never watched the channel. So that's what we're about here, introducing bricklaying to new people. Obviously, a lot of my videos are centered around apprentices, and centered around learning as a young tradesman, because it's fucking intimidating. It's an intimidating world, a building site, and there's just a lot of fucking arseholes. You know what I mean? It took me years to filter them out, but I'm getting there.
I've not upset anyone yet in the last 3 or 4 years, so I've done pretty well. It's, you know, getting a bit more wise as I get one step closer to 30. Hopefully the wrinkles don't start setting in and getting speed bumps on my forehead and crow's feet. Anyway, I'll finish off this little clip with a bit of music, I think, because I've already done the plug-in for the likes and the subs at the end of the video. So I think this will be it. I think this will be the final. I'm sure this is the final clip. Surely it's going to be this block and then arrivederci. So I'll cut back to the check-ins, and if I don't speak to you before the end of the video, I will see you in the next one.
Corner up, squint corner here. We've obviously strung these two because that's the same measurement. Runs fine. Got this middle wall set. That racked. We're gonna fill this in now. We've got a board full here, so I better be swift. But I'll just got a little technique when you're on your own or you're one-on-one. Rack back your one side of your house and getting easier there. Obviously these aren't racked as much, but these walls are set. That one I just need to measure again and set, but it's somewhat close. And these are only 100mm walls sitting on these middles, so you know, just set your block in the middle of the 100mm, and then you've got some wiggle room in case your measurement were a bit out. On corner, you can set them all again. You can reset it at top because they backfill these. So we're gonna come around here, and these I don't even put a line on. That's what I use 6 foot level for. Just range these racks in. Same here, 6 foot level. Obviously I've got to put a line on for them few blocks I missed, but same 6 foot level comes in handy for those. Sink car. And then when you're on your own, make sure when you're leaving your motor, you know, I'm down to the last third of a tub here really, so fucking glaze it with water. And I've got my circular saw with me, so cover it in somewhere. And we're going to come over here. Right, and now we've got using a Tashi circular saw for my cuts. All jointed, right. Third bond, a lot of it, but it's what the rest of the guys are doing, so follow suit. Don't want to be you know, aiming too above the mark. So I'll get this running. It is currently 11:15, so started at 8:45. About 2.5 hours later, we've got this corner up, got that in, got all loaded more or less. We've got all the gear more or less here, so we're going to run this in. So we're it is, let's have a look at the time, 18 minutes past 12. Started at 8:45, basically 12:15 snap. So we've got that course in, them few in there that I've missed. This rack back is access. We've got this folded front in, this squint bay, this up, this front built up here. Got this wall set, that wall set, that one's set. Just this one to check, and then we'll run this all the way through to this. Just pick a side, probably have my face side at this side probably, because because I'm left-handed, and then I'll run this through, point every course, and then we'll do the same here. Fill this in though with 6-footer, tail out enough, 2.5 blocks to get 5 at the top, and then we're going to run this through all the way. Obviously we'll already have a course set, but we're going to, as last block, we're going to keep lower than line, so not to interfere with this one running through. So we'll run this up, and on a second course we'll leave rack back and we'll set this one out, and we'll just have a couple of boards set on each corner, probably one there, something like that. 2 or 3 boards probably in this setup, and then we're going to get another pack dropped here where this yellow thing is. So we had a bit of a longer than expected snap. It's now 3:10. Went back out after snap about 1:30. Had about 12, well, 1:15 snap, and then it took us to finish this and load up. It took till now. Got this dotted on. I'm gonna run this in and run one in there, and then I'm gonna build this corner up. See what time we are. See what time we're on then. We might just have to run these in tomorrow. It's a bit of some hard work today. 16:52. It's 5:10. Not had a count up yet, but I will do now. This is what I've got left. Tomorrow, 3 course on this middle wall here, 4 course on them middle walls. Got these racks to fill in. I'm just going to rack this one back. Keep racking this back now. Just dotting one on with 6-foot level. So I was a bit later starting, but we've got 140 box lay tomorrow, 140 trench, and then we've got 5. Probably I've got about 35 fucking 4-inch and all. So I've got a fucking jam-packed day tomorrow. So before I close the video out, I got asked about the drawings. For someone to show me the drawing. Someone wanted, I think it was Izzy, wanted me to show him the drawings for the footings. So this is what I got given. Basically, the lines should be this dark here. See how dark these lines are? Should be like that, but they're not. Pretty faded. I don't know why they are on the drawing, but you can barely see them. But most of this stuff, so you can ignore all this. Ignore all this. Main thing we're looking for is your pins are already in, so you sort of ignore most of this. Other than the pins are there, we just go off as pins. Only thing we're interested in is the middle walls. So I'll show you your measurement for your middle walls here. There's one of them. 2.8. It's a bit mucky. 2.85. 2.385, should I say? Can't see very good on these drawings because they are faded. See, there's another one here. Here, let's have a look at this one. 2.384, should I say? 2.384. So I made them both 2.385. Shows a 4-inch wall, 100mm. But I had a word with the supervisor, and he said that they're all in trench blocks, and they only put your 100mm in for your last 2 course because the backfill knocks them about. So that's why they build them out of trench. So you get more money for a trench block than you do a 4-inch. So that's why everyone builds them in trench. Obviously that's showing your cavity 293. That's your cavity. That's why your blocks are 300 wide. This is showing you your plinth on your outside here, and this is going to be a course lower. This is going to be, instead of 5 course of brick, it's going to be 8 course on this whole gable, which is nice. I prefer to lay brick than block. And then obviously you've got your more brick shown here with your plinth. So this is going to work. 6 course of trench around this side, then a 4-inch. Or sometimes it's two course of 4-inch. I'm not quite sure. I've not had a look at it fully. I've not worked out the measurements, but that's what I got given. This is showing external brick leaf. Refer to retro detail, which I don't have, but it's a plinth. this is showing your, and I don't think any of this is really concerns me. No, this is obviously showing you other measurements here. Don't know what they're showing, there must be something else. But we were just bothered about these middle walls. Yeah, that's it, showing you middle walls, where to set them. This one showed the measurement, that one's the same as that one, and then this one is there. It's faded though, 453, whatever it is. Can't quite see. 4539. So whatever that was, I measured it, and at the time I measured it, I didn't check it both sides, I just checked it from one side. So, you know, is what it is. I think they're in roughly the right place anyway. But I always put my trench in the middle of the 4-inch, so there's 100mm each side, so you got some wiggle room in case, you know, you go a bit out of plumb or something. You know what I mean? So that's it. I don't have to concern myself with these measurements up the side yet until I get on the brickwork. And then this isn't the same plot, but it's the same layout. It's not the same plot number, but this is what it should look like with darker lines. So it doesn't show which way the beams go. I presume, I don't know. Yeah, beams are going that way across. It's only got one of them, so that must mean all of them are going that way. Yeah, shows you your detail in a bit more detail there. Yeah, but it shows measurement everywhere, but they're the only ones I was concerned about. So yeah, that's just for anyone wondering. And this is how I got my heights. It gave me this would have normally been on one of them drawings, but so that's the plot as we're looking at it. So turn it around, that's the plot as we're looking at it there with the bay. All my measurements, measurement for that corner, measurement for that corner, measurement for that corner, measurement for that corner. The gauge is 2.4, but then we've got like 10 or 15 mil difference. So if you roughly pick them all up 10 mil, you win 10 mil of it, you know, you're in 20 mil of that. So I just measured each corner to the measurement. Well, all of them basically to 5 mil. That one I think is 10 mil low, I think. So this is more important when you get to your brickwork stage. So you want to check your 4-inch, check at your 4-inch block that you're somewhat close to these, and then when you got 5 course of brick to get your gauge. So it even shows the internal corners here. So this is just a rough sketch, but this is what I got given for the time being. So yeah, that's just pretty simple. You know, some places just give you one measurement, so I'll give you 2.4. And then they'll put like 2.4 over here somewhere, and they'll say, right, find all these fucking levels. So you don't have to do that with this firm, which is nice. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoy me doing a footing, 2 days with a labourer, 2 days on my own, trench 5 course, all the way around. Subscribe, like, video, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.